Good morning, everybody. This is Barbara from Passport EDU. Today on the webinar, we have the University of Nevada, Reno Business Programs, and we have a couple of special guests. The first person I'll introduce is Beth Loureiro. So Beth, it's great to meet you. Why don't you kick it off? Tell us a little bit about yourself, who you have with you on this webinar, and what we'll be talking about today.
Okay, perfect. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone, depending on where you are in the world. Like Barbara said, my name is Beth, and I'm the International Admissions and Recruitment Coordinator at the Office of International Students and Scholars at the University of Nevada, Reno. So a little bit about myself. I have an international background myself. I am Brazilian, and I've been in the U.S. for 16 years now, in Nevada for about 4. I have a special connection with the university because I was a student at the university as well. I graduated with a master's in educational psychology in May, this past May. I taught at the university for a couple of years. I taught Portuguese, and I have been working for the university since 2009. So I feel like I have a very strong connection with the university in different levels, and it's a pleasure to be here talking to you guys and sharing a little bit of what we do here. And today, I'm especially proud to introduce you guys to two great people that come from the College of Business. Jeremy Teague, Director of Advising, Recruitment, and Retention, and Yuliana Chavez, she's an academic advisor. And they're going to talk to us and let us know what the programs are all about, the ins and outs, the career possibilities, and a lot of other possibilities we can add to this webinar today.
Hi everyone, good morning. It's Yuliana with the College of Business. Welcome to the College of Business. It's really nice to talk to you all. I am too an international human being. I was born in Mexico and I've been in Nevada for quite a few years. I now have the opportunity to be an advisor in the College of Business, and it's certainly really nice to be able to reach out to you all. I think that my first message that I would like to send to all of our students is that, you know, we want to be a very welcoming office, and we want to be very inclusive, and we want to be supportive. So please reach out to us if you have any questions or concerns. I know that we're all trying to be very efficient in how we respond and communicate to students. So please, at any time, I can be of assistance, and I think Jeremy will say the same thing, please let us know. I'm going to start with just some basic information about our college. The College of Business at UNR is the second largest college. We have about 3,000 students that are currently students at our college. So we're certainly very popular, and we continue to grow every year. If you're interested in business at the College of Business, please know that you are coming into a College of Business Administration. And that's really important for you to understand. Basically what that means is that 9 of the 10 programs that we offer are Bachelor of Science in Business Administration programs. So oftentimes we'll have students asking, I want to be an accounting major. Why am I taking information systems classes? Why am I taking finance classes? Why am I taking management classes? And the answer is, well, you're in a College of Business Administration, and we want to make sure that when you obtain your degree, you have a comprehensive background and understanding in all business administration principles, which is why, even though you're pursuing accounting or management or economics or finance, there is a set of core classes that every single student will have to take in order to earn our degrees. Business is certainly a very broad field, but within business, there's a lot of room to specialize. And that's why we offer 10 different majors for you to choose from. Our majors include accounting, economics, we have a general business, information systems. There's certainly a lot of information within each of those majors that we will gladly go over once you're a student here at UNR. But what I want you to take away from this is that business can be very broad, but it can also be a great field to specialize in. So we will take a look at things like, what are your future goals and interests? What are your current skills? What are the areas that you need to grow and develop? And based on that, we can help you find a field that meets your needs, both personal and professional. Because, you know, as advisors, we believe very firmly that we want you to have a career that will enhance your future professional opportunities, but we also want you to walk away with a career that you will be very passionate about, and that you will be able to go and pursue future career goals that, you know, fulfill you personally and professionally. So we want to have those conversations early on, and we hope that our majors are offer you opportunities to specialize to help you meet both your personal and your professional goals. Although the College of Business does not require a minor, I would like to mention that the College of Business also has 7 different minors to choose from. Again, not a requirement, but certainly something that we recommend. Here, basically, you're looking at an additional 18 to 24 units. Although if you are also a business major, that could be reduced to as few as 9 extra units, which is roughly 3 classes, the way that the University of Nevada, credits work. Now, if you're interested in business, but you know that you're really passionate about psychology, this is where you can very well, take on one of our minors. And that's usually a great combination for other majors outside of the College of Business, especially the business administration minor is very beneficial to students who are not pursuing a business major as their main degree. It works very well with liberal arts majors. So if you're interested in communications or perhaps psychology or maybe Spanish, the business administration minor is a great combination to those degrees. I want to highlight one of our minors, the entrepreneurship minors. I know that a lot of international students really want to get, are here to learn skills to be able to perhaps run a family business. And the entrepreneurship minor is certainly the way to go. It's a very hands-on minor. The professors that teach those classes are folks or people from our community that have had successful small businesses or have had successful entrepreneurial ideas, and they are here to teach you their first-hand experience, how to run and operate a business, or maybe how to grow and develop an idea that you have. So certainly a great minor if you are, thinking that owning, operating a business is something that's in your future, or perhaps you have a great idea that you would like to learn how to develop and grow in the future. Entrepreneurship is certainly the minor to be in. So just kind of keep that in mind as you make choices when you transfer back to the University of Nevada or you transfer in.
This is Jeremy. I guess I always like to let every international student know I have a pretty big soft spot in my heart for international students, as I was someone who studied abroad, someone who lived and worked abroad. So, some of those firsthand experiences going through similar things to what these students would be going through in terms of having to learn a whole new campus, navigate a whole new country, how things are done in that country, having lived in a country that English was not the primary language. By all means, my door is always open to come and have a chat. So I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the highlights and strengths here within the College of Business. We have some great opportunities here for students, regardless of what major you are focusing on. One thing that I always want to point out, as Yuli was talking about entrepreneurship and connecting with different faculty that have had successful businesses, is that we have an amazing student outreach center that is just a couple doors down from where our office is. And those are the folks who have different partnerships with different community partners, different businesses, different companies, and not necessarily just in Reno. San Francisco is not that far away, so we have some connections there. One of the big ones that I always point out is Microsoft. Microsoft actually comes to our campus for about 3 to 5 days, the first week of school, have a lot of different events, give away a bunch of stuff, get to meet a bunch of their recruiters, because we have a good internship partnership with them. I'll talk a little bit about that later, but a great opportunity for anybody who's interested perhaps in that company to get that right in front of a recruiter, shake their hand, and talk to them experience. Not only do we have different partnerships, this office will also help you with different career aspects, mock interviews, they'll do some resume critiques, but they also help you with some career guidance. If you don't know 100% what you want to do, you know you want to be in business, but you're not sure if you necessarily want to do marketing or if you want to focus on management or finance or accounting, they have different assessments that they can kind of walk you through to help you find out where you may have more of a strength and also where you may have more of an interest. I know a lot of students have spoken very highly of those and have helped kind of guide them as they make their academic choices here at the University of Nevada. Some other things that I'd like to quickly point out are the different clubs and organizations that students have the opportunity to be a part of when they're here at the University of Nevada. We have a great peer mentor program. This is a program that allows students to work with other students and kind of be a guide for them. Usually they're in their sophomore year, they can be juniors, they can be seniors, but really allow them to give back to some of the freshman students or sophomore students and help them with some of the issues that they had when they were a freshman or a sophomore. So this would be a great opportunity for any international students to basically walk through or help current or incoming international students, you know, alleviate some of the issues they had in terms of where's the gym, where is the best place to go get some late night pizza, where are my faculty members, where are my advisors, where are the different people that can help me make this transition a little bit easier. So that's a great group that we have. I know Yuliana works pretty closely with our peer mentors. They're actually helping her with the class that she's teaching this semester. So there's a lot of great opportunities there. So, and getting involved on campus is extremely, extremely important, especially for an international student where, you know, you may be coming here, you may not know anybody else who's here. It's a great opportunity to, you know, make some friends, be a part of a group, that is in your interest area, and kind of help you through the various struggles that happen when you are, regardless, international student or a regular student, in that, you know, different things come up. You know, you get sick, maybe you miss some class, or you just have different questions. You know, having that support system is really important. These clubs and orgs can definitely be that. Something else that I'd want to mention is our global business program. It is up on the screen right now. But these are some opportunities that we give to our students, where you get to spend a couple weeks in Toronto, or a couple weeks in New York, or a couple weeks in London, and you take a class. It's a condensed class, but you still get credit for it. It's a 3-credit class, and it's an upper business class. So it's going to be a class that you'd have to take anyways. So you might as well go to Toronto and take it there and get to experience some culture, or go to London. London is 5 weeks. And the thing that's really cool about these trips is not only are you getting credit for the class, but you also book your own plane ticket. So the Toronto trip, it's 2 weeks. If you choose to book your plane ticket for 6 weeks after it's over and you want to bounce around Canada and see what that's all about, and those credits obviously come right back, and they're taught by not only faculty from our university, but we partner with UNLV, and then we also do some partnerships with some of the universities that are in Toronto and London, and we get some guest speakers and things like that. So some great opportunities there as well to explore perhaps some other countries that you may have not visited. The last thing I'd like to briefly talk to you about, and I'm not sure if this is something that would as many international students would be a part of, but you're obviously more than welcome to join, is we do a program called Nevada Fit, and within the College of Business, we have an offshoot of that, which is entitled BizFit. And it is essentially a 5-day boot camp right before school starts that kind of helps you prepare for what the college experience is. You know, you're going to take some math class, a little bit of math, you're going to take a little bit of English. They are just pass or fail, so you don't necessarily have to worry about the grade piece, but it's really just to get you familiar with what campus is. You're in groups, you have peer mentors with that, and the thing that we find really exciting about the College of Business is that within that 5 days, we actually have a business pitch competition. So within your groups, you create a business, you create a PowerPoint, you kind of go through some of the early stages of what it is to create a business. And then on the last day, you pitch that business to a panel, and then there ultimately is a winner. Similar to Shark Tank, if you are familiar with Shark Tank. But really, within those 5 days, it helps you get acclimated to campus really, really well. You get to move into the dorms early. You get to meet faculty. You obviously get to meet myself, Yuliana, and our other advisors. And it's just a nice, kind of easier transition into the University of Nevada, because you get that extra week to kind of get your bearings and find out where different things are. And you obviously get free time too, where you can kind of walk around and see, what the city has to offer as well before all the students come the following week. And with that, I'll hand it back over to Yuliana.
We're very proud to say that the College of Business at the University of Nevada is AACSB accredited, and it stands for Association to Advance Collegiate School of Businesses. And basically what that means is that you are coming to a College of Business that has the highest quality faculty. We have, relevant and challenging curriculum, and we provide educational and career opportunities that you don't find at other business schools. And, we have very high expectations of our students, and everything that we do reflects that. But know that you are coming into a program that has very high quality curriculum, and that, if you earn a degree from the University of Nevada, Reno in the College of Business, you really earn a degree from UNR. So we're certainly very proud of that. And, you can see that anywhere from, again, the many options that you have, but also, the potential salaries that you may be able to have as a business student. Back a couple of years ago, according to the National Bureau of Economic Research, out of the 15 best paying college degrees, number 9 was marketing, 6 accounting, 4 finance, and number 1 economics. So out of the hundreds and hundreds of college degrees that you can choose from, 4 of the top 15 are business majors. And I think that's definitely something to keep in mind, and that we are very, very proud to be able to say that. So certainly a great major that offers you a lot of flexibility and a lot of opportunities for employment afterwards. With that being said, and I know that you will hear this from all of your advisors, it's not only the degree that gets you a job, but it's also what do you do as a student that sets you up for future career opportunities. So we'll be talking to you about, being involved and participating in the College of Business, helping you build a resume so that you are setting yourself up to be successful after you graduate. Just a couple things that we should know before we apply. Please know this: all of our students at the College of Business start as pre-business majors. And basically what that means is that, yes, we in fact have 10 majors to choose from. And again, we go back to the accounting and the marketing and management, etc. But initially, for your first 2 years, you will be a pre-business major student. And as a pre-business major student, there's about 21 classes that you will complete over your first 2 years. But out of all those classes, we specially prioritize a section called pre-business core. And the pre-business core is made up of 9 courses that all business students have to take. Those 9 courses include a couple of accounting classes, a couple of economics classes, marketing, information systems, business calculus. That core business is really key to being eligible to move into your chosen major. So you'll be hearing a lot from us regarding pre-business and how we navigate pre-business to eventually get you to be eligible to declare your major. I do want to point something out that, again, it's incredibly important for us. Mathematics plays a key role in the completion of the pre-business core. Mathematics is key to being able to advance into many of our core classes. We want to make sure that you are taking that into consideration as you start the transfer process. We definitely need to get you business calculus ready as soon as possible, because that is the key to being able to take economics and accounting and many of our other core classes. So definitely be prepared for those exams so that you are ready to move into core classes when you transfer to UNR. And let's talk about what students should know before applying. I know that we would very much like all students to have applied and be, as ready as they can be by February 1st, especially if you're a new student. I know that that is also the scholarship deadline for the university, so you should mark that on your calendar and try to be as ready to go by February 1st, so that you are setting yourself up to be in the most advantageous position that you can be in. And this also prepares you for the next steps, which are, if you're a brand new student, we need to talk about orientation. We need to talk about, something we call advanced registration, and many of the steps that all new students have to follow. So this one is not only for international students. We want all of our students to have applied by February 1st, preferably earlier. Once again, this will just ensure that you're setting yourself up to be in the most advantageous position that you can be in. I know that the Office of International Scholars and Students also has some deadlines concerning application.
Yeah, and it's important that if the College of Business or any other college at the university tells you we have to receive your paperwork by February 1st, it's your responsibility as an international applicant to make sure the Office of International Students receives all the paperwork before that deadline. It takes time for us to process, to recognize the transcripts, to see if especially if you are transferring if you're trying to find equivalency for the classes you took at an institution back home. It's important for us to have that time to communicate with the college and make sure they know that they should look into that and see if some of the classes can be cut out. So the process of applying to the University of Nevada, Reno does not take a month. It takes, I tell students when I go abroad and recruit, it takes at least 18 months. And that's why there is financial paperwork that we need to receive. There is the English proficiency scores. There's a lot of different things. But for the sake of the College of Business and deadlines to apply, if they say apply by February 1st, make sure we receive your paperwork at the Office of International Students way before that. And of course, we can always communicate. At the end of this presentation, I'm going to give you guys an email address for you to send me your messages, your concerns, your requests, anything you would like to find out more about.
We want to prioritize our pre-business score, which is the set of 9 core classes that all business students have to take. If you are currently taking courses at a different institution, or perhaps you plan to take courses in the near future before you transfer to UNR, it's incredibly important that you keep a copy of the syllabus for that class. Just keep it in a safe place, because we will request that once you transfer to the University of Nevada, Reno, in order to evaluate that class and see if we could perhaps use it to satisfy a requirement here at UNR. So don't lose it. You definitely want to make sure that you have a copy of all the syllabi for all the classes that you're currently taking or that you plan to take before you transfer. We want to see you soon. The Student Success Center, which is the advising office for the College of Business, we would very much like you to connect with us as soon as you're accepted to the University of Nevada. Please know that there are times of year that we can get you an appointment the next day, and then there are other times in the year where if you contact us, there could potentially be a wait for an appointment, and we definitely would like to talk to you as soon as possible. The best times to get a hold of us are for spring registration, probably around September, very early October, and then for fall registration, February, very early March. As we get closer to the months of November and April, those are our busiest months, so just kind of keep that in mind as you make plans to meet with your advisor. And of course, we'd like to see you every single semester. although I guess this is my opportunity to tell you that Jeremy and I are both what you would refer to as professional advisors. We mostly work with pre-business majors. Once you declare your major in marketing or accounting or faculty, you will be working with a faculty advisor. And they are the professors that teach the classes within your major. They're the experts in their field. We definitely want you to connect with them as soon as you declare. They're very knowledgeable. They're a great resource for our students as well.
We just really want to emphasize getting involved within the College of Business. This is a great opportunity for you, obviously educationally, but as Yuliana had mentioned earlier, it's not just what your degree is in anymore, it's what you do while you're obtaining that degree. What kind of clubs and orgs are you a part of? What kind of different work opportunities you may have? Perhaps that we have different startup challenges here. We actually have a business plan competition that we're accepting applications for right now, where winner gets a $50,000 check. So while you may not have the opportunity to necessarily work because of your visa status or work off campus, there are different things that employers are still going to be very impressed by as you go through your college degree. Coming and having a chat with us, we can kind of point you in the right direction for whatever your interests are. So when you do come talk with us, let's not make that conversation just about what classes you need to take. 4 of the top 15 career fields in terms of salary are within the College of Business. There are so many opportunities, not only within the College of Business, but what you can do when you're done. This is a Tier 1 university, which ultimately means that we're a top 200 university in the United States. We're, as Yuliana said, ASB accredited. So this is a really, really good university. A university that you will be proud to have graduated from, and a university that's going to, kind of keep giving, in the sense that this is a university that if you go other places within the United States, people know of the University of Nevada, and they know what kind of student comes from the University of Nevada and what kind of skills that student possesses. So really, I'm obviously particular to the College of Business because that's where I work, but the university as a whole is a phenomenal university, and we would obviously love to have you here and work with you.
So the beautiful lady you guys are looking at right now, her name is Laís Ogata. She's actually from Brazil, and she is a great example of everything Jeremy and Yuliana talked about. She got her undergrad in business administration here at the university and continued on to getting her master's in finances. And now she is happily employed at Microsoft here in Reno, so she stayed local. Great possibilities for her. She's become a good friend of us here in the office, and she's been sharing future plans of being transferred to Canada through Microsoft. So she's been with the company for a couple of years now, and she started as an intern, right out of college, and now she is employed and with a great career ahead of her. And this is just one example of how many success stories we have coming from international students who dare to, leave their countries and start a life here and not knowing what to expect, but trusting that they were making the right decision, and now they're successful. So Microsoft is just one example of the great companies and the great opportunities we have in Reno. The area is growing like crazy. So many opportunities for business, so many opportunities for students to come and engage. The employers, as Jeremy was saying, come on campus and talk to students. We have different fairs going on throughout the year, and that's a great opportunity for students to get to know the employers for an internship opportunity and possibly a job offer, an OPT opportunity when they graduate, and possibly a job offer after that. So this is pretty much what we wanted to share with you guys today in terms of the College of Business. I travel a lot and recruit international students, and I was just sharing with Yuliana and Jeremy that College of Business is probably the #1 college I recruit from, just because being a great college and a great university, and what Jeremy said about us being a tier 1 and being the top 200, I don't think sometimes international students understand that. So just to put it in a different perspective, there are over 4,000 universities in this country. So being in the group of top 200 is a big deal. And out of the top 200, the College of Business is a top college within the university. So it is with great pride that I go abroad and share that with students. And so even though today's presentation, today's webinar was specifically on the College of Business and the wonderful things they do, we're open to talking to you guys in the future via email if you have any questions. And I think I would like to open up for questions now so we can provide you guys with some answers.
Hey Beth, thanks so much for giving us that story. We did have a few questions about the program structure itself. Could you tell us about the class schedule in the sense of what your terms look like and how long is the business program itself? Does it vary by which major you choose, or is it similar regardless of which major or minor you end up choosing?
You know, we set up the College of Business curriculum in a way that will allow you to be done in 4 years if you are coming in with no college credits. And 4 years is ultimately the goal for the majority of students. You can obviously get done quicker if you want to take summer classes or take additional credits within a semester, but 4 years, we put that in place specifically because we know that's the number that students are shooting for to get done. With that said, to get done in 4 years, you would be needing to take 15 credits, essentially 5 classes each semester. And the degrees in terms of marketing, management, accounting, and everything like that, all of them are the same. They all require 120 credits. International business may be the only one that has perhaps a little bit more to it, but that's because there's a language requirement. But depending upon where your home country is and what your native language is, you may be able to bypass that, and then you would get yourself, kind of back on track for that 4 years. But we see a lot of students who get done in 4 years. I would say it's very doable to be done in a 4-year time period, as long as you are staying on track and making sure you hit the proper prerequisites.
Are there specific scholarships for students who are planning to attend the College of Business, or do they apply to the general UNR, University of Nevada, Reno scholarships?
We do have business-specific scholarships, but we go through the general scholarship application process. Students have to complete the UNR scholarship form by February 1st, and among those students, we select recipients for College of Business scholarships. Students should know that most of our scholarships are merit-based, which means that we'll be looking at GPAs. So we certainly encourage high grades. Those are the students that benefit from any scholarships that we offer.
What would you consider a competitive scholarship application for the College of Business?
I would say a competitive GPA would be above a 3.5.
For international students, they are not required to even for scholarships, provide standardized tests like SATs or ACTs, or do you encourage those for scholarship applicants specifically?
SATs and ACTs are not required as part of the application process, but if they would like to be considered for the general scholarship of the university, which is separate than what Yuliana was saying, yes, they have to submit the scores. Mm-hmm. And I would think that for the College of Business, so that they can better assess, the quality, the level of the students, it's easier for them to see that students also, international students, took those standardized tests. So they compare American students and domestic students. They just get a great pool of students, regardless of them being domestic and international, and just take a look at the score of those standardized exams.
Wonderful. We also had a question about our entrepreneurship track. Do you guys have any examples of the types of courses you'd recommend a student take if they're more interested in pursuing an entrepreneurial path? Because you did mention that you have business plan competitions and a lot of ways for them to get involved. What else could entrepreneurially minded students be taking, or what would you recommend?
I mean, they're in the right place. I think entrepreneurship is certainly one of the fields that we have developed in the College of Business. We have a brand new entrepreneurship center. I believe we're on our first year anniversary, and it's a really nice open area, very technologically advanced, that's always staffed by experts in entrepreneurship, where students can come in with any ideas that they have and talk about, how to create a business plan and how to market and advertise their idea. They can talk to someone who's an expert in finance, and even talk to folks that can help them with, prepared tax paperwork. And it's really a great place to come in with an idea and receive a lot of expert advice from people who are entrepreneurs themselves and have a lot of years of experience. We also have an office dedicated to students and people who have or are planning to start their own businesses. I think that's something that's very difficult, especially for international students, to perhaps start the process of creating a business plan. And you have folks who are experts in helping people create business plans in this office. It's dedicated to small business companies, so certainly a lot of resources within the College of Business to start a business or to grow and develop an entrepreneurial idea that you have. And then again, we have the entrepreneurship minor. 6 classes will get you the minor, and there you take classes like entrepreneurial finance, marketing, ventures, and you have a lot of opportunities to really, again, learn and develop your ideas and learn from experts who have been entrepreneurs themselves.
Okay.
And I would also add that is something that not only our dean, but also the university as a whole is putting a lot of money and effort into, is really growing the entrepreneurship, not only within the university, but within the community of Reno. We also have an innovation center that opened up right downtown. They do different startup weeks that are not only focused for students, but also to the general public, where it's kind of like a mini 3-day startup week where you're working once again with professionals, people who have had success, created their business, and who are willing to come in and help any student. I know this last one actually was just last week. We had the startup week, and there were high school kids there who were a part of it. So entrepreneurship and creating your own business is something that the university is really getting behind, and our dean is really getting behind. So if anything, more money and more effort is going to be put into that focus.
I want to add a couple things here, if I may. The first one is I want to stress how great of an influence it is for us to receive an international student in any of the programs we have at the university here. And having international students come and join any of the programs at the College of Business is huge. The amount of experience and knowledge and diversity that they bring with them only adds to the great programs and experiences our students have here. And the university is really committed to giving back to the community. We actually have that responsibility because we're a Grand University. So our goal is to prepare students to be able to give back to the local community, to the global community. We're preparing professionals to think global and to act global, and receiving those global students here only helps us in that process. So I would really encourage, if you are listening to us, if you're watching this presentation, or if you're a parent of a prospective student, learn more about what we do, ask questions, and if you decide that this is a great fit for you, don't hesitate to take that first step to come here. It's the beginning. It's going to be the beginning of so many different opportunities you're going to have in your life, in your kids' life. And we're here pretty much to, make sure you're doing what you want to do. And what Jeremy said, that you're passionate about what you're doing and that you're getting that result out of the program.
Wonderful. I just added a quick slide here, just talking about next steps. So there's a lot more information on the UNR website, specifically the College of Business. There are some great videos and program details and descriptions. So definitely check that out before applying. Once you do start applying, you can go right through to University of Nevada, Reno, and apply through their website. We also have an alternative path through Passport EDU. If you need a little bit more assistance, you can definitely reach out to us as well. But otherwise, the University of Nevada, Reno folks are certainly more than happy to help you through each stage of the application and the scholarship process as well. Beth and Juliana and Jeremy, thank you so much for sharing all of this great knowledge about the College of Business. Is the best way for students to email you at international@unr.edu if they have any questions about the College of Business, or is that for just anything related to international student inquiries?
Anything related to international students can be sent to that email. It's a very easy one to remember because of, the international characteristic of the email. So just send a message, any message you might have.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I learned a lot, and if I could apply to be a student, I would be really excited to apply to UNR's College of Business. Although I've already done business, but I think it's fabulous, and I think it's a wonderful degree.
We have a great MBA program.
Oh yeah, I know.
I would like to thank everyone watching us today. I would like to thank Jeremy and Yuliana again for being here. Just sharing the passion that we have here for the great university.
Thank you so much.
All right, well, thanks so much, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye.